Today we're going to be going over cars that used to be in Driving Empire that need to be brought back. But before I show you guys what they are, make sure to subscribe and drop a like in this video. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, I'm on the Driving Empire wiki right here, and this is where we can actually see everything that's ever been in Driving Empire, A through Z, with cars right here. Like, literally, it's got all of them. And this made me realize there's so many cars that used to be in Driving Empire that we don't have anymore. So we could just start here with Bolingos. Look at these. So Bolingos or Bugattis. We could literally start with this one. This was the Bugatti Atlantic, yo. Oh my goodness. Let's see this thing, bro, if it'll load. There we go, bro. This thing, like, it looked crazy, but this wasn't the only Bugatti they had. They used to have so many Bugattis back in the day. Look at this, bro. They had this Bugatti Chiron. They literally had so many Bugattis, all the Bugattis you could imagine, and they gotta bring them back, okay? I get it, it's not that easy, but there are some other cars that will be easier for them to bring back that we will get to. So let me try to go ahead and go back over to where they were, the vehicles area. So obviously, over here's all the Bugattis. We would love Bugatti back. I could go through and look at all those, but I don't want to spend that much time just looking at every individual Bugatti because there are some more important cars that could actually get added back easier that I want to get to. Same thing with BMWs right here. So many BMWs. I'll click on the most iconic, the M3. A lot of people really want BMWs back. Easier said than done once again with these. But we can move on now back in vehicles to another brand if we keep on scrolling. Another brand, like I said, Ferrari right here. We can literally look at any of these. I'll just click on this one. This is the first one I see, a 296. Bro, it looks like so trippy now to see a Ferrari in Driving Empire like quality because it's been so long since I've seen one in the game. It's like, it's really been so long since these got removed. It's kind of sad, but hopefully, like I said, you know, they could get these licensed at some point. Same deal though as Bugatti, BMW. Is easier said than done. Now we're starting to get some cars over here that could be added easier, like certain models from Porsche. Right here, some old Porsches we used to have. I can see right here, look at this. We used to have the Porsche 959. This thing was sick, bro. This is like a $2 million car, and I think it would just be amazing to have in-game. If we go back, I wonder if there's a way to actually see cars from only this brand if I want to search. Hold up. Let me see if there's a way. Alright, I couldn't exactly figure it out, so I just went back. But there's some other Porsches here that I have kind of written down on a list. The Porsche GT3. So I don't know where the GT3 is. I think this is it, it looks like. Yeah, the normal GT3. We don't have this. You know, we used to have it, but then they licensed Porsche, and they just never added this one back. And this is just such a good-looking car. I don't get why we don't have it, okay? I've said it before, I'll say it again. The GT3 is just as good as the GT3 RS, and we need it back in the game, okay? They look equally good, in my opinion. We need this back. That is not the only Porsche that I think we need back, yo. There is more, okay? There's one, I'm trying to find it in here. I'm not sure if they have it listed under Porsche, though, because it technically wasn't really a Porsche. Is that it? I think this is it, okay. The Gimbala Mirage GT. So in real life, this is like a body-kitted Porsche Carrera GT, but it was my favorite car for a period of time, and I actually discovered it because of Driving Empire. There's some really cool history behind this car in the game. It was like a car that there was only, I think, 2,000 available of to buy. So if you didn't get the 2,000 that were available, this car was sold out. Nowadays, literally cars, they sell 2,000 copies in the first second. So it would have been nearly impossible to get this car nowadays if it released. I actually had it back in the day. That's why I loved it so much. But I don't know how easy it is for them to get like a custom body-kitted version of a Porsche now because they have officially licensed Porsches, and Gimbala is kind of like a separate thing, so they probably need permission from Porsche and Gimbala, which is hard because Gimbala, I don't know, it's like an interesting company. I've heard there's some drama behind that company, so I don't really know how easy it would be to get this back, but it would be so cool. Now, the next car I have on my list is a taxi, okay? This wasn't in the game, this was in the game not too long ago, that's what I meant. So they recently removed it, like maybe a few months ago or a year or so ago now. Like, the taxi, though, it's such a good car for role plays. It literally had the taxi sign on top. It was perfect. And it's just not in the game anymore. And it was, like I said, a fairly newer car. It was from a newer event. Not too new, but still, I think it'd be really nice if they could get the taxi back. I mean, it's not like it's impossible. We have the Ford police car, so they could just do the Ford taxi version now that it's licensed. I think it would just be great for roleplay videos that I like to do, and I'm sure a lot of people who like roleplaying in the game would enjoy that as well. Now, next up is McLarens. There used to be so many cool McLarens in the game, and I can actually go through and show you guys them. The McLaren Sabre right here. This thing was beautiful. I mean, look at it. I loved it. It was like a special version of the Senna that was made only for America. That would be really cool to have back in the game as a limited. Next McLaren I had was the F1 GTR, I believe. And it just looked great. It had a really good livery in game. This was one of the last McLarens they ever added before McLarens returned to licensed cars, I believe. And it did not come back. Same thing with this, the F1 LM. It actually looks really similar to this. Only difference is like this one has, I think, a bit more boxiness on the bottom, and this was more of like a, I think this might have been like a kit in real life versus this being like from the factory looking like that. This was like trying to be like a street version of this track car, basically. I think that's what this is. That's what the difference is. And then right here, the Senna GTR, bro. Oh my god, the Senna GTR, yo. I would love to have this back, but it's, I don't know. I've been asking for a while for them to add it. They haven't. Same thing with the Senna Can-Am. It's a really good looking spec. I just don't know how easy it is for them to add this. I think it looks great because the glass is actually painted on here, so it's just like a unique looking Senna. Right here, the 688 MSO, bro. I love the 688 MSO. It's actually my favorite from the McLaren 600 series. A lot of people don't even know this car exists, but it is really cool and it would be really nice to see in the game. Again, and then the P1 GTR, another one that would be great for them to bring back. You know, all these, like I said, this whole video is about all these cars that used to be in the game before licensing that just weren't brought back. Now, I actually have a theory why a lot of these weren't brought back, and that's just because Driving Empire, to be honest, is ran by a big corporation that doesn't know as much about cars as maybe some of us do that play the game. So, like, I know, like, a lot of the team at Driving Empire, yes, they're good at making the cars look good and stuff, but a lot of the team also aren't car guys. You know, it's a corporation that owns it. Like I said, a company, Voldex. So they might know the basics, like the P1, for example, but they might not know about the P1 GTR and the demand for it. I mean, I'm sure they've heard it now from the community, but at first glance, when they're licensing, they might think, oh, who needs this special variant? Just add the normal one, because it's probably an extra fee to get these versions. That's why. Anyways, moving on from McLaren, next up is Maseratis. Let me go ahead and close all these McLaren tabs I had open right here. Hold up. There we go. Okay, so Maseratis, bro. The MC12, I would love to get this back. It was a really cool looking one. Same with right here, this version of the MC12, like the track edition. Dude, this looks so cool. And I don't even know when these got removed, to be completely honest. They got removed like randomly in Driving Empire, like a year or two maybe after all the other removals happened. So it was kind of random when these got removed. But yeah, it'd be really nice for Maserati to come licensed. It's honestly like a really forgotten brand that hasn't been licensed yet, and no one even really thinks about it, to be honest. But I just remembered wanting these cars, and they just randomly disappeared one day. Next up is some Koenigsegg's that need to come back. So the CC850, bro, I actually loved this car, and we don't have it somehow right now in Driving Empire. I would think that they would like have added it, considering they like adding a lot of the new cars, but they actually haven't added a CC850 yet. Same thing with the Jesko Absolute. We have the normal Jesko Attack and the Sedir Spear version, but not the Absolute. We also would love to get the Koenigsegg 1-to-1 back, bro. This is just such a good looking version of the Agera, in my opinion. I think this is my favorite version of it. I don't know. We haven't seen any, you know, new Koenigseggs in a little bit. I think we got one maybe around Easter time this year. But like I said, you know, I've said it before, Koenigseggs are very expensive to license, so chances of these are kind of lower. The Koenigsegg Agera Thor, this is a one-of-one. I don't know how easy it would be for them to get the licensing permissions, but it would be really cool to see it back. Same, well, this isn't a one-of-one, but same with this Agera right here. I would love to see this Agera come back. This is the Agera R, because currently in-game, all we have is the Agera RS, and that's Robux. So, you know, not many options if you like the Agera, and unless you want to spend real money, you can't really get an Agera. And also, it's like, it's this version of the Agera, the RS, which is a cool version, but I feel like there's cooler versions of it and, you know, some more base versions. It's just kind of like an in-between variant. I feel like the 1-to-1 looks cooler, the Thor looks cooler, or if you want more basics, you could have the normal Agera, the Agera R. So it's kind of like just a weird in-between, in my opinion. It's a great one for them to have in the game, of course, but I would just like to see more versions of the Agera. Next up is the Honda S2000. It would be really nice to get this and this special version of it back. I don't think we have Honda in the game currently. Once again, kind of a forgotten brand that people forgot that needs to still be licensed, but it would be nice to see these brought back. I know that they had some crazy body kits available for it. I don't believe there's any photos showing them now. Yeah, sadly, they don't have any photos of the kits, but they were crazy body kits. They had like huge wings and stuff, so it'd be really cool to see Hondas come back, especially with this. And then the POP50, bro, kind of totally different vibe, but it was near it on the list here when I was looking. Yeah, the POP50, obviously we need this back, bro. Like, why do we not have Peel back yet? This is such a little iconic car. Everyone would love this in Driving Empire. Moving on, though, this is some big hitters we got up here. Lamborghinis. Let me actually go through, take the time to open up every Lamborghini that we would want back real quick. Alright, I got all the Lamborghini tabs open. They are loading. It's probably going to be really laggy because I have so many tabs. Oh my, this was a bad idea. Okay, there we go. First one, though, Reventon right here. Okay, the Reventon would be beautiful to see come back. That'd be amazing. Next up, let's go ahead, try to get this to load. Okay, the base Urus. We have the Urus SE, but I would love the base Urus back. I always loved the front bumper design of the base Urus, and I feel like over the years, they've actually downgraded the look of the front end of the Urus. Like, the OG one looked the best, in my opinion. Next up, what do we got, bro? Hold up. It's gonna be laggy, so bear with it. The Sesto Elemental, dude. The Sesto Elemental, this thing's crazy. It's, if it'll load, there we go. Full carbon body. It really looked insane, like, the whole look of this thing. It'll be a great limited. You know, there's literally so many Lamborghinis that they haven't added back. That would be great. Like, right here. The Centenario, another one, dude, beautiful special edition. I believe the only special edition we have currently is the Veneno, like, if I think about it. I don't know. Oh, wait, no, and the new Phenomena, but, like, dude, it'd be nice to see a Centenario. The OG Countach, this thing was really good looking, bro. I don't know why they haven't added the old Countach back, but that'd be really nice. Right here, the Sion. Another special edition. This was the one that was in between the Centenario and the Phenomeno. This is my personal favorite, I think, design of the special edition Lamborghinis. Maybe, I don't know, it's tied for me with the Centenario, but it would be really cool to see this. And then the Roadster variant as well. I feel like also we don't have any Roadster Lamborghinis, and if they would just bring back some Roadster Lambos, that'd be really nice. Like, this looked great. Next up, the base Huracan, bro. There could be so many body kits available for this. Like, they used to have wide body kits and all for it, and that's just gone. We haven't seen any body kits really for the Lambos. Right here, Huracan Evo would be really nice. You know, we only have the Huracan STO, but the Evo would be really cool. Performante, this is my favorite version of the Huracan. The Performante would be so good looking. I would do it in like a green spec. Oh, I would love it. Right here, Huracan Performante Spider would be really nice. Like I said, you know, we need more Roadsters of stuff. The Evo Spider, you know, once again, we need more Roadsters. Yeah, that's the green I'm talking about. That green on a Performante would be nice. The Huracan Super Trofeo race car would be really cool to go with the no, what is the one we have? Temerario. We have a Temerario race car game. The Huracan race car would go really good with it. The Lamborghini Miura would be a great limited, of course. We got, what do we got here? Oh, a special edition of the Miura. Oh yeah, that would be good for a limited as well. Another Miura. Wow, they used to have a lot of Miuras. Yeah, another Miura would be great. Honestly, we just need one. A Murcielago Roadster, dude. Like, look at how good that looks. The Murcielago Roadster is such a good looking car, and I know we have the Murcielago SV, but sometimes the base model cars look just as good. Like, this looks just as good, if not better, than the SV, bro. The Roadster, like, genuinely, we took these things for granted when we had them in game, because now, like, we're looking back at this and like, whoa, that's so cool looking, and we can't even have that now, so that sucks. I would love that back so much, though. That'd be so great. The base Aventador would be amazing. Body kits galore. There would be so many body kits for this car that are possible if they would just be able to do it. The Aventador SV, bro, my favorite car. Oh my, dude, I really want this car back. Like, I would literally be so happy if they added an Aventador SV. I would be so hyped, but they only added the SVJ because the SVJ has more hype, so it is what it is. But I would love the SV, bro. The SV is so good looking, yo. It just looks better and better every time I look at that car. If you couldn't tell, I like the SV. SVJ 63 edition. This would be a great limited right here. The SVJ 63 edition would be amazing. Okay, next up, a Gallardo, bro. We don't have any Gallardo in the game, but a Gallardo would be really nice. What do we got right here? Probably another Gallardo. This one's like a special edition of the Gallardo. Great for a limited. Right here's probably another Gallardo. The Super Leggera. This would be great for a limited as well, or just to be in the dealership. Right here, okay, the Gallardo Spider. Once again, proving the point we need more spiders. Like, we literally don't even have anything from the Gallardo model. At least we have something from the other models, but like, we don't even have a Gallardo model in the game. So that just, once again, proving my point. We really need some stuff. This would be great looking in the game as well. This Gallardo Spider. I love this generation of the Gallardo. It looks really good. But yeah, a lot of Gallardos basically that could be added. Lots of Lamborghinis, man. If you really look at it, like, we think that it's nice what we have right now. Yeah, it is. We got some cool Lambos, but we're really missing a lot of cool ones, okay? Like, we're stuck with these few limited options. Like, now that you've seen what we have, and then the ones that we could have, you guys are probably like, dang, bro, I wish Driving Empire added more Lambos. And it's like, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how easy it is for them to add more Lambos, but I really, really wish they would invest more funds into licensing more Lambos rather than investing funds into licensing other cars. I get why they do it, but at the same time, man, more Lambos would be really nice. And the final cars to finish this video off are the Zablingos. Those were just basically Mercedes, and it would be really nice to have Mercedes back in the game. It did get removed fairly recently, the Mercedes. I don't know when exactly it was. I think it was like a month. No, not a month. A few months ago now. But yeah, Mercedes would be really nice to have back in the game, all of them. Once again, though, same situation as all the cars from the intro, Bugatti and stuff. Easier said than done. But some of the things that are more possible are them adding more cars from these brands that I've just showcased, like Lamborghini and stuff and Porsche that are already in the game. So if enough of you guys comment on this video, what do you want to see in the game from those cars I showed, then Driving Empire might actually add them. They try to listen to the community, so that's why I make this type of stuff, so they will listen. But that's everything for today's video. I truly hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like. I would truly appreciate it. Subscribe, ring the notification bell. This is the second channel, and I'm trying to hit 50K subs by the end of the year, so I would appreciate that. Check out the video on screen here. YouTube links to like it, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.